Live from WFSB, Connecticut's #1 local news. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6.
And we're following several big stories tonight on Eyewitness News. Stopping the violence. We're live with how people in Hartford are taking action after a dozen murders and more than 50 shootings so far this year in the capital city. And why runners were lacing up their sneakers to fight breast cancer. Plus, saying goodbye to Beau Biden. Details on the services for the vice president's son. Eyewitness News starts right now. And good evening. Our top story tonight. We are Bushnell Park went pink today for the Susan Komen of Connecticut annual Race for the Cure, and what a cancer survivor is saying tonight about the amazing event. And a manhunt continues in New York after 2 convicted murderers escaped. The latest on that is coming up. Now to a 5 Cares event, an overwhelming show of support as thousands take part in the Susan Komen Connecticut Race for the Cure in Bushnell Park this morning. The annual event helping those battling breast cancer and celebrating survivors. Channel 3's Eyewitness News reporter Sajata Jan has that story. And we're going now right to Hartford, and Roger Suzanen is live in Hartford, where they just had a big event in Hartford. Roger, you're talking violence?
Yeah, Kevin, you know, there was supposed to be a March for Peace today here in Hartford. Reverend Al Sharpton led the march, and the march itself was peaceful. It didn't deal with any kind of controversial topic, just wiping out the violence here in Hartford. As you mentioned, there have been over 50 shootings here over the last year alone. But, you know, once Reverend Sharpton walked through the doors here at the Shiloh Baptist Church, some of that positive message was interrupted by some chaos. Get it twisted. Most of Reverend Al Sharpton's time on stage was met with singing, laughter, even applause.
Here you are, in the 21st century, flying first class, staying in a 5-star hotel, got a black president and a black attorney general, and you ain't got no land, then you need to sit down and shut up.
But before the speech began, Reverend Marcus Mosiah Jarvis angrily objected to Sharpton's organization spending about 10 minutes asking for donations.
As a political leader and the type of stature that Reverend Al Sharpton carries, he should not be coming into a community where he's trying to bring attention to, as it pertains to crime, lack of jobs and poverty, and ask those very same people for money or he won't speak. After
Jarvis's outrage, Reverend Sharpton pledged that all of the money donated today will go towards building a memorial for children who died in Hartford violence. He says the community needs to put kids first.
This got to be the beginning. That's right, sir. That's right. Y'all got to keep going. I'll keep coming.
Now, Reverend Sharpton also pledged to give $1,000 towards that memorial that he says he plans to build. However, Reverend Jarvis says it's very interesting in his mind that that pledge came after he spoke out. He also says he wishes that instead of building a memorial in Hartford, that money had stayed in the community's pocket. We're live in Hartford tonight. Roger Zenin, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Roger. Coming up, stunned spectators get quite a show why Minnie Mouse was duking it out with Hello Kitty in Times Square. And a race day, American Pharoah getting ready to gallop into the history books at this year's Belmont.
That we are. And you know, when we were today, it was raining at the very start of it, but boy, did weather improve today as that dry air settled in, and that really bodes well for the forecast for tonight and tomorrow. We'll get to that coming up in just a few minutes.
How about we go to the movies at 11? Tonight, how people in Southington are getting a little frozen. That's tonight. Have a good night.